Colombia announces war crime charges against Netanyahu.
Here's a summary of the article.
Colombia's President Gustavo Petro said that his foreign minister will formally charge Israel's Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu of war crimes. Petro posted on social media platform X that he supported the call by his Algerian counterpart Abdelmajid Tebboune on human rights defenders to gather evidence of war crimes. On top of that, said Petro, Foreign Minister Alvaro Leiva will meet with the prosecutor of the International Criminal Court on Friday to formally press charges against Netanyahu over the massacre of the Palestinian people's children and civilians he has caused. The Israeli government declared war on Palestinian paramilitary organization Hamas after a military offensive that left more than 1,000 civilians dead. In response, Netanyahu ordered massive retaliations against the occupied Gaza Strip, which has left more than 10,000 people dead, according to Palestinian health authorities. Petro previously recalled his ambassador to Tel Aviv over what he called a genocide of Palestinians. The Israeli government has received fierce criticism from the international community over its apparently arbitrary bombardments in Gaza. ICC prosecutor Karim Khan has already warned that his office is collecting evidence that could result in an international investigation against Israel's political and military leaders.
This post received a score of 3,500, with an upvote ratio of 80%. Here are the top comments in response to this article.
He was a high-ranking member of a terrorist organization. It's fucking hilarious that he wants to charge anyone with war crimes.
What, was he FARC? I know nothing about South American politics.
No M19 who killed a union leader and committed election fraud. They are more political than the thugs of FARC. Till more than 40 civilians were killed by M19 during an attack on the Supreme Court.
Also burned down the Supreme Court building along with various judges.
So just to be clear, after Naledi Pandor from South Africa yesterday called for ICC to issue a warrant for Netanyahu, it came to light that she had a telephone call with the leader of Hamas. Who wants to wager that the Colombian president also had a call from Hamas?
I bet they had a call from Russia.
I bet they had a call about their car warranty.
Is it a brand new Lada from Putin?
Rips giant line of coke off desk.
Cartels off to the side.
Colombia be like, you're doing your war crimes all wrong. You're supposed to throw civilians out of helicopters and cut open their bellies with chainsaws. Amateurs.
The helicopter thing was Chile and Argentina if that's what you're referring to, unless guerrillas did something I'm not aware of.
Excuse me, Argentina pushed them off from a plane in the middle of the sea. Professionals have standards.
I see you borrowed Australia's favourite tactic for dealing with uppity aboriginals.
The classics are the classics for a reason.
That's because the president of Colombia was a terrorist.
He has no room to talk.
And what Hamas did on October 7 wasn't a war crime. Colombia's president should watch the GoPro videos that Hamas shot when they massacred Israeli citizens and children.
He should watch the child sold as sex slaves in his country.
You mean that same leftist head of state that refused to condemn Hamas's massacre and then proceeded to insult Israelis on social media is throwing out specious allegations. Keep working to make your state fail, El Presidente.
The same one who has made vague allusions to a need for peace talks when it comes to Ukraine but refused to condemn Putin directly. This one-term asshole can go fuck himself.
When will anybody hold Hamas accountable for war crimes?
Terrorist sides with other terrorists. More news at 11.
Can someone who knows, understands Colombia better explain to me the general anti-Israel stance since the beginning of this war event? I am trying to make sense and figure out how they benefit from this position they've taken or how they profit from being more Palestinian-leaning. Edit. Thank you all for commenting. That was very insightful.
This video was automatically created by Reddit to speech. The article and comments in this video were selected from Reddit according to their upvotes, and any paraphrasing was performed by smmry.com, without any human intervention.